to my summer channel, today with sound bath meditation.
Thank you very much, Fatima.
So this is Deborah Campbell. For those who don't know Deborah, she's a healer. She's a healer. Besides all the gifts that she got, she's a healer. And she does meditation sound bath, which is very interesting. I did it. I already spoke more than once in my lives about it. It's amazing. I had like an experience outside my body. It was really amazing, really incredible. So if you never tried, I do recommend it. So, tell us about you. Who is Deborah Campbell?
Good question. I'm a retired nurse. I've been nursing for 30 or 40 years and I had to leave it because it was just too much stress. But I've always liked working with people and communicating with people. I like the healing side of things. I studied to do my Reiki. I'm also an artist. And because I had a few upsets with when I left work, it was recommended that I did a lot more art, walking in nature and being at one with nature and sound. And I went to a few sound baths myself. Now, a sound bath is not actually water in a bath, it's being immersed in sound waves. So you're being bathed basically in sound. Anyway, so I went to a few of those and I thought, wow, this is amazing. I've always played instruments throughout my life. I've been in choirs, sung all my life, and I have all these instruments at home sitting on the wall doing nothing. I got my grade 5 piano and I did nothing with that either. So I just thought, well, I've got all these things to my hands. I can use anytime I wish.
So you were a teacher, you teach like instruments too?
No, I don't teach instruments, but I do teach healing things about the chakras and about meditation and things like that. I do teach some of my sound stuff, but not as a class.
I don't know why I got this feeling that you are a teacher, like a teacher of music teacher. You play so many.
I love teaching people things I know, but it's just not.
I think it's one of your things. You're born to teach.
Yeah, I do love teaching. I do teach the students at the hospital. But I got into sound because I went to a few sound baths. There's a chap in Preston that does it. And I just thought, wow, that's amazing. And I felt really good afterwards and uplifted and energised. And I thought, wow, I could do that. And anyway, so I went to a few of his and I had some one-to-one sessions with him. And I asked him how he got into it. And he said he did a sound course. And I said, no, how much does that cost? He said, over £1,000. And I went, oh my God, I have not got that money. But amazingly enough, as the universe provides, I had a cheque for the amount of money that the course exactly came in the post from the tax office.
Oh my God.
Yeah, rebate from work. So it paid for my course. So I go to the College of Sound, which is sort of based loosely around Malvern area. And we meet there once a year and have a conference, and this weekend is the conference.
Yes.
So we learn all new techniques with
which next month I will come with you.
Yeah. And we learn all new techniques on how to play some of your instruments and how to get people to relax and also relax ourselves. So anyway, so I've been doing sound baths for about 5 or 6 years before I did the course. And then I went on the course and I had 36 clients I had to look after, write up essays about them.
That's amazing.
And I had some wonderful results. But I had to do it free, of course, because you're a student.
Yeah.
And that's fine. And I don't mind doing the odd free sound bath to help people understand that sound as a modality of healing is amazing. Has wonderful effects. So,
and that's how you get people to know your work too, you know, as doing like the free, in this case, like I do free readings, that's how you get people to know you and know the kind of work you do.
Yeah, and I've been training to do trance healing and trance meditation. So all the spiritual kind of modalities I've been in for the last 30 odd years. So it's like, you know, an ongoing thing.
Debbie is the spirituality herself.
Well, I don't know about that.
She came to my life for a reason. She's amazing. I can just stop saying that. How amazing you are.
That's so kind.
And you know what? Let me just tell you this story. So I start to go to some classes to develop my gifts. And this is how I met Debbie. This is just like a 2-second story just to tell how I met Debbie. And I remember I walk in the room and there were like around 10 people and I seen this lady and I couldn't even look at her because I feel that she was the sun. When I say I was blind because I couldn't look at her, and that's when I couldn't stay next to her because she was so hot. I could feel her energy, so hot, amazing. I was like, who is this lady? I never met anyone like this. And then that's when I asked, excuse me, I remember, excuse me, sorry, did you do something today? Or why are you feeling so hot? Why I'm feeling so hot? Why do I feel these amazing energies around you? You know, like, and you said to me, oh, I did my sound bath. I never heard about sound bath meditation before. And you also did something else. What you remember?
Can't remember.
You did 2 kind of therapies that day.
Can't remember now. It seems quite a long time ago.
I know, it seems like a few years at least. And that's how I met Debbie, because I couldn't even look at her because she was like a ray of sunshine. She was like amazing, with amazing energy, and that's why I fell in love with you that day. Anyway, so how did you got into the sound bath?
So as I say, I won some money from the tax office to pay for the course. I applied for the course.
But I mean, what did attract you to start to do the sound therapy?
Because how I felt when I went to a sound bath, and other people, I mean, the guy in Preston told me what happened with some of his clients and how he'd managed to help heal them or heal themselves. Because what it does, it holds space for you that you can then in your body listen to yourself and switch on to what's needed in your life.
Yeah.
Because we're so busy running around doing whatever, we don't think about ourselves, we just get on with things.
Did you try another therapies before that one?
I've done a bit of hypnotherapy, but it didn't really work.
Yeah. So this one was the one that worked for you?
Yeah, because I naturally have everything to hand. I've got all my instruments.
You know what, for a reason you had them all, that's the funny thing.
Yeah. And because I can sing, I've been in choirs, I use my voice and I use tuning forks.
Everything was connected.
Yes, everything was connected. So, I mean, it seemed a natural way forward.
Yeah. That's really, really amazing, Deborah. Really amazing. I think you didn't born for the sound healing. I think the sound healing born for you.
Oh, good.
That should be your next. So can you describe how do you do it then? Just to tell us a little bit more what you do, how do you start. We will show some videos, we'll put some videos and some pictures of what kind of instruments you use.
Yeah. Well, basically, when I have a class, which is like every other Wednesday at the moment, I set up the room with all my instruments, and I have gongs, drums, flutes, Tibetan bowls, a crystal bowl, I have percussive instruments, I have tuning forks, lots of shakers and rattles. So
there is one I love. What's the name of the one that it looks like the wind? It sounds like the
wind one.
Oh, I love
a wind
it.
one.
Yeah,
it's a piece of wood with an elastic band on it. You just
I will.
Go around and
She will try. I will try to put a video of it because it's amazing.
So I set the room up with an intention for healing upliftment for everyone that comes. I put a massive sound bowl in the middle of the room with crystals around, and dim the lighting, have some candles, and set the scene so that when the people come in, they just sit down and relax. We get up after deciding what we're going to do for that day, and we do some deep breathing exercises and stretching all our muscles and just relaxing generally, because people come from work, family, all sorts of stressful situations, and they need to be in that mindset where they can relax and let their body heal themselves. So after a few breathing exercises, relaxation techniques, we start to do something called toning, which is what you use your voice for, and it resonates in all your face and nose and throat and ears, and it clears a lot of the passages, but it also gets rid of toxins and things. So we'll do something like ooh, or ah, or ee, or any sort of sounding. And it doesn't matter what note you sing, whether you're singing the same one as the person leading the group or you sing your own. It's all about listening to your voice, listening to others in the group, and in training your brain. And that also gets people in the right frame of mind. They also start then to feel tingling in the hands and warmth in the body. And I ask them to put a protection around their body, and I also ask them to look inside and see anywhere on the body which is not comfortable or doesn't feel right or is in pain. Focus on that point and ask in a balanced and appropriate way to have it removed, or any patterns that don't serve you anymore. So we do that before we even start the sound bath.
Which is already amazing, you know.
So that takes up the first sort of half hour of the sound bath session. And then once we've all done that, I might go around with a drum around them, all over the body, down the sides and up around the top. And that sets all the vibrations through the body. Then I get them to sit down and relax. Now, some people like to go to sound baths and lie down on the floor on a yoga mat. That's fine. But I prefer people to sit in a chair because it hurts my back lifting very heavy instruments. But also I can get to their back as well as their front. But it's, you know, each their own. If they want to lie down, they can lie down.
Yeah.
So then they sit in a relaxed state, close their eyes, and I get them to visualize energy coming through the body, clearing out all the chakras, and then connecting with Mother Earth, with the roots into the Mother Earth, and a little bit of mind, what do you call that? Mindfulness.
Mindfulness. Yeah.
A bit of mindfulness, because when you give thanks for things that you have and give out love, you receive.
Yeah.
So I get them in that mode as well. Then we go off on the meditation. Now it can be off to the beach, off to a temple.
Oh, I did love that beach experience.
Yeah, and to on the back of an eagle, down into the valley as if you're flying on
and
an
you
eagle.
actually feel you are there.
Yeah.
I had an amazing experience.
And we go on a boat to another island, and or a temple with all the sounds.
Yeah.
And basically I have a microphone on and I sing and I play my flutes and my gongs and all the instruments.
You feel that you are not in the room. Your soul actually, your spirit actually get out of the room and goes where Debbie tells you to go. Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah.
And most people who say they can't meditate are normally out for the count before I've even got halfway through the meditation. They're like this, and they say, I can't meditate, I can't meditate.
I think when people fall asleep is because they got so many bad energies around them that they actually need it, and that's why they fall asleep. I think that's one of the reasons, because you actually catch them that's so hard and fall asleep, they feel so relaxed. Yeah.
But also it gives them a time out of their life for themselves, to hold space for them so that their whole body relaxes, that they can listen to their inner voice.
Yeah.
And then their body can heal themselves. And that's what they're missing, because they don't give themselves time because they're busy.
Yeah.
And it's not our way of life. So anyway, we go on this journey, and then eventually I'll get them to come back into the body and come back into the room, and then I ask them all how they felt and what they learnt along the way, if they got any messages or any special things, gifts given to them. And then
he was
that's
asking
it.
me, oh, do you have any message, or did you see someone? I was so relaxed. I was like floating in amazing places that I didn't have any message. It was just like, I was just having fun, and I felt that I was in holiday. That's why I recommend everyone to go to a sound bath, because it's amazing. I felt that I was in holidays. I could feel like the heat in my face. I go myself in a boat. I could listen to sound waves. Debbie's got an amazing voice and all her instruments. It was really amazing. And I'm not just saying this to promote you or something. I actually felt this in my heart, and my spirit came out from my body. So, can you just, which tools do you use? Sorry.
The instruments?
Yeah.
So basically the drums. Drums are very important.
Instrument or any tools?
Yeah, any drums, yeah. Drums, because they can lower your blood pressure, They can, it's fun, it's exercise,
Yeah.
it's very good for the mind. So, and it's also primordial. It's the first instrument that man played, basically, on the wood logs or stones or cave. They used to bang things to send messages to each other. And gongs, if you were a gong master in China, you could ascend anybody to the higher realms just by playing gongs, and you were very revered as a master of the gong. Tibetan bowls, a similar sort of thing. Tibetan bowls are made usually with about 7 different metals, and they started off as the monk's bowl for their food and everything else, but then they cleaned them out and used them for the vibration. Amazing. And if you put water in a Tibetan bowl and you do the stick around the outside, you can see the water bubble in, and that's like a massage through the water. The vibration goes through the water, and that's what happens to humans. When the sound vibrates through the body, it vibrates all the cells in the body and realigns them.
And I actually learned something like a few weeks ago, that if you, I'm not even talking about the Tibetan bowls, I'm talking just a normal bowl. If you talk to the water, if you put water, you will see when you take all the bad things and you talk to the water, you can see the vibrations. Water start to move because of the bad vibrations. When you start to be a little bit more clear, a little bit more cleansed, the water will stay calm. So, you know, it's a good experience.
There's a man, a Japanese man, Masato or something like that, I've forgotten his name. He wrote a whole book on sound, and you can say horrible things and good things to water in a glass or a fruit or anything, an object, and you will see that the negative stuff, the apple goes bad, the water crystals, when they analyse it under a microscope, are all jaggedy. When you say lovely things and you express love, it's beautiful patterns, and the flower or the apple blossoms. So positivity is amazing, and so it all runs with sound and water, because we're 70% water as human beings, and so any sound that goes through you is going to excite all the atoms in the body, and we all vibrate. The other thing is, it's a mood changer. I mean, depending on what music you play, you can change your mood just like that.
Oh yeah.
And it's so...
Some people don't even realise how powerful it is. Yeah.
And sound also reaches people with mental health issues where words can't. It has an unwritten or unspoken vibration that hits that person where it's most needed, and helps them to be able to communicate, like as in autism.
Yeah.
And I've worked with some autistic children in a school.
All right.
I had 2 sessions with them. And I went on a course where a lady used sound on an autistic child.
It's very interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, and they found out that the child was, one of the enzymes in his stomach was missing, and that's what caused the autism. So when they found what the sound note was, because each thing in the universe has a note, and when they found what note it was, they played the note through a speaker to the child, who was screaming from the time it woke up to the time it went to bed.
Yeah.
It stopped instantly. The note it played, and it went dead straight, and he got down by the speaker, and he almost hugged the speaker, and when he just stopped screaming, and they just couldn't believe it. And I don't know what happened afterwards.
That's so lovely, amazing, especially because my godson is got autism, and they trying to do everything they can, because he's getting in that phase. Yeah, which is hard. Yeah, we'll talk more about it. Yeah. Actually, we can do a live or a video about that. That's very interesting. Yeah, I'm quite happy that you told me that. Yeah, we'll do something about it. Yeah. No, carry on talking. Sorry.
Oh,
I just interrupted because I was getting so excited about that. You know, to find that some kind of thing, sometimes small things, they can help a human being, because this is something very strong, and they don't know what they can do for the child. The parents, they're getting a bit desperate, because everything, it's like a very slow process, and it's getting more violent and more violent, because it's something that the autistic kids, especially the ones that don't talk, they go through. And this is really a good thing that they could try. Yeah. I
was afraid though that because I heard that autistic children don't like loud noises. Yeah. So I was worried when I went to the school you won't believe it, that there were 4 teachers and a few helpers. I forgot what they're called, teaching assistants. And they were all in the class with 2 classes in the hall, and I did a bit of history and I asked what they thought sound bath was all about and blah blah blah. And I said, right, I'm going to do some things now with you. So I went round, I said, I want you to all close your eyes, and I went round playing all the instruments round, up close to them, like this close, with bowls, drums, gongs, everything. And when we finished, I had a look round, but just before we finished, I looked round and all the teachers were like this, out for the count, and I thought, oh, I lived alone with like 100 children here.
That's so funny. I put them all
And some of them were going, look at Miss, you can sleep.
That's so funny.
And I just thought, oh. Anyway, one child in particular didn't like the gong up next to him, so I said, it's okay, I'll go back. And when we finished, I said, anyone want to come and have a go at some of the instruments? And he was the first one up, and he wanted to go on the gong because he wanted to take a run up and go bang like this. And I said, no, because we don't treat instruments like that. I said, can you feel the vibrations? He said, oh yes, of course. I feel this every day, up through my feet from the earth. And I went, oh, that taught me a lesson.
Oh my God, that's amazing. You know, yeah, I always said, you know, all this.
They're very intelligent.
They're very intelligent. That's why I feel that they can cope with so much they got going on. That's why they are the way they are. This is what I feel about autist children. And we, you know, we start to talk about autism. This is something we can talk next time, but it's a very interesting subject, especially because it affects me so hard because of my godson, like I said. Yeah. Very interesting, and thank you for sharing that with us. You know, maybe you will be able to help more people.
Yes, I hope so.
Yeah, we will do a video about this if you agree with me, about talking just about autism. I think that would be very interesting. Thank you for that. Anyway, carry on with your sound bath, which is very interesting. Why do you recommend it to people then, and what do they will get from it?
Okay, because I feel that it changes all the negative into positive energy in the body as a result of the sound, vibrations going through. It's like having a massage. So basically it realigns everything to what it should be, not in a dis-ease sort of sense. It's in a healthy sense. And I think it's really good to have 3 or 4 in a row because you've got a lot of stuff to clear. And then every so often have like a top up because you know, we forget our practices about meditating, we forget how to do this and relax, and we just get back into the throes of life.
So many times I'm like, I'm going to meditate tonight, and I get to bed and I just fell asleep, and I'm like, damn it, I didn't do it today.
That's right. And so you know, we really need to keep on top of it. But with what it also does is, I mean, I have had a few people who've had injuries in the past, like a broken shoulder or a knee or something like that, and when they've come to a sound bath, it makes it ache. And that's because the energy that was still in there from all that time ago has not been cleared out, negative energy. So then you do a little bit of healing on them with Reiki or whatever afterwards.
Yeah. So it's not just curing you like spiritually, but also physically. That's really good. Yeah.
It clears it away. And I do one-to-one sessions as well, which I use just my voice and tuning forks. And so basically, if you hold your arm out, this is what I do on the body.
It's very interesting.
And you do that all down the spine, down the neck, shoulders, down the legs to the feet.
So you just like sync to the body, basically.
Yes, yeah.
That's amazing. You never told me that before.
Well, I haven't had a chance yet.
I know. We always have lots of things to talk. That's very interesting, and I just felt the energies. You know what? I start to see some colors.
Not
when you
see
did that.
Colours.
All right. I start to see like the rainbow when she starts to do that.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
And I mean, people
Can you do that in Miami?
later.
Yeah, I'm joking. Okay, carry on.
Yeah. And then use tuning forks at the top of the head and down through the body. So So you're bringing energy up and you're taking energy out through the feet. And then at the end, you just ground people you just rub their legs to the energy, you sing a low note, and it's grounding and taking everything into the earth.
This is what you do when you are one by one?
Yeah.
One to one, sorry.
When we do grounding for a group session, I get them either to sing a really happy, clappy song, and you just clap your hands, stamp your feet.
And she got something very funny at therapy, which is a therapy of laugh.
Yeah.
It was you that
laughing yoga.
Oh, laughing yoga. It's very funny.
And make them sing or play a drum, just so that I know they're grounded and fully around before they leave, because they have to drive home.
Yeah.
And you know,
when I came back to my body, I couldn't even walk, because honestly, it was quite funny. And Debbie was like, "Now you just stay there, stand there a little bit, because you might feel a bit dizzy." Yes, because your spirit is returning to your body, so it's normal that you still not even be able to walk. Honestly,
then you've been sat laid back similarly for quite a while as well in the chair.
Yeah, but especially because your spirit just came to your body was just there, you know. So if you weren't there, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
So you feel lightheaded a bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, and basically I make sure that they all have a drink of water all the time. That keeps them grounded, and sing a song, clap your hands, shake all your energy back in. And do we have to? They just want to sit there and relax for the rest of the night.
I know.
But yeah,
just take a nap.
Yeah, and so they're fully round and compass mentis, and I ask them how they are. I put a thing on Facebook. How did it go? Rah, rah, and thank you for coming, and look forward to the next one. Yeah, and it's lovely.
Yeah,
and,
I know.
And it's good for me too, because sometimes if I'm not feeling so hot myself, and I do a sound bath, I'm buzzing at the end of it. My hands are on fire.
You are healing yourself. Yeah.
And I feel really uplifted.
I think just the fact that you are helping someone, just that helps you.
Yeah,
helps with your life. I'm talking for experience. You know, when you're helping someone, it makes you happy.
Yeah, it makes you feel good, because you're sort of doing something good for somebody else. Yeah.
All right, Debbie, do you have any recommendations, anything else to say? I did enjoy it. I'm very happy that you talk about the sound bath meditation, which I'm supposed to be doing this interview for a while now with you, because it's amazing. You will show some of your videos, some of your instruments, which I'm pretty sure they're all excited to see. So, do you have any recommendations?
Well, I would say that if more people support it and give themselves time out, it's really important. You can do it in many ways. You don't have to go to sound, but sound is really good and worthwhile. And also, as a healing modality, more and more people are getting into sound now. And the thing is to get it out there.
Can you do it like online or over phone?
Can
you do it online or over phone?
You can, and I've been trying to sort of have a go at that.
I'm pretty sure lots of people want to talk with you about this, and maybe have it like in the other side of the country. It's
about sorting out the microphones, because some of the gongs and some of the big crystal ball, when they vibrate, you can't always hear, or it makes a bzzz sound, so it's not giving the true sound. I'm not sure how you work that out yet. So I've been asking for people if they want to volunteer, to have a sound bath on the internet. Also, you see, maybe we could have a go and see what it's like. You know what? That's actually a good idea. What do you think? Should we promote that? If anyone wants to have like a sound bath, she can do a promotion of to try to see how it works. I will leave Debbie contact, so you can contact her like through Facebook or through her phone or email. I will leave your details. So anything else you want to say to your viewers and to everyone? Welcome to the world of sound.
Welcome, especially for those that never even heard about it. You will be admired how many things she can do and how amazing it is. And I'm very happy to have you here. Thank you so much, Debbie.
Thank you, Fatima.
You're very welcome. Have a nice evening. Thank you so much. Lots of light and love from Summer and Deborah.